Aha! Hark the herald angels sing. Go on, no never more, no more, no more. Pow! Ow! 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 Bow! Bow! I wandered through the wreckage. I wandered through the wasted land without any voice. Now come and cast us beyond a shadow of a doubt. There is no choice. It finds a raging flame that's turning daybreak into night, and there's a glow light. Why? Logically don't know the words. Know that you're not the man worth becoming. Waiting for you. It's true. I'm coming for your side. I was posting the stream in places. The process editing again. It takes unravel in the night, mere beginning. Every moment's when it rises. Thrills of clinging for the kill. Hi, dishwasher. Hi, dish. Hi, fellas. Come get your hands on all that you love. Alright, let's see where we left off here.
It's a stereotypically passive role. Wow.
I just went to the gym, had an immaculate push day. Immaculate push day at the gym. I'm feeling incredible. I just changed stream settings somehow on accident, I think. Just know it's fine. Okay. Who still denies this? Let's just see where we were.
Walter shifts to an active role by design. Skylar's
Okay, I
defiant
remember.
femininity quote gets it.
Use one. I could use Wild West, I can't lie to you. Can next video be what if Toriel was a man? I mean, it would be the same exact conclusion. Cause like part of this is about Toriel. It would be the same. It would be the same conclusion. Let's think. What PVZ OST do I want to use? Let's use PVZ2 OST. I need to shut this fucking door. Excuse me, team. There we go. Oi. Hello. I'm trying to find music. I'm thinking. Bum bum. I'm low genuinely thinking of using a Zombotany here. Like what suggests a Zombotany? What if Sans was a woman? Hashtag thinking. That's interesting. But it's also kind of the same conclusion. It would just be flipped. He'd get more hate than Toriel probably. E2 Zombotany. Let's just get this shit going. What Zombotany do I want to use? I don't know why I'm feeling Zombotany. I'm just feeling Zombotany. There's a non-zero chance of Jazz is watching this. What if Undyne's around? I get it, bro. Hashtag thinking. I think this works. Let's get this. Actually, do I already have? Let me see. I might just already have it. No, I've only used the on mixtape tour. So let's get this going. What if Zamos is a woman? True. What if now you're actually hashtag thinking. Now you are actually hashtag thinking. What if? Let's play Google Snake while we wait. What's the daily challenge for today? Let's peep the daily challenge for today while we wait for this clip to download. Let's see. What the fuck? We're in a hot dog mood? What the? This is freaky. You have to get them from a certain way. What the hell? Google Snake's woke. This is a woke ass mode. This is a woke ass mode. Let me show you, man, please. Let me show you, man, how a man plays this. Oh. Left man town was a girl. Hashtag thank you. Stopping actually immediately. Incredible. This clip could not download any slower. It's not even that long. It's not a clip, it's the song. Also, I did it as MP4 on accident. Ooh, calm repositioning tech. Calm repositioning tech. Ooh. Ooh. Let's refresh this website. I don't know why it's taking so long. Get the credit going. Whisper Jess. Wild West. No, this is Zombotany. Zombotany, parentheses, Wild West. What if So Sorry is a woman? What if So Sorry was a woman? Egats! Oh my god. Would have gotten hate immediately. I mean, the hate is deserved. But like, holy shit. Samuel would have been outed for so much more. Like, even more. If So Sorry is a woman. Yeah, he does. Right now we're in far future. Noel, why is this taking so long to download? Jazz, did you make it fucking download proof for me? Did you make it download proof? What if Alphys is a woman? How would the snake from Snake have having a gender effect? Good question. Phenomenal question. I mean, I think she'd keep eating apples, but I think like the inverse effect would be the manly version of Snake would eat like just solid rocks. Solid rocks and bowls of nails. Gameplay unaffected. Gameplay unaffected. Oh yeah, flow state. Oh! Actually, let's play as a man real quick. Where's the hot dog mode? There we go. This is the man mode, because it's hot dog mode. And hot dogs aren't woke. Hot dogs aren't woke. It's like driving a semi-truck. I can't. There we go. How is this like? How long is this possible for? Oh. Flow state ties immediately. Imagine the apple is a baby. Not so funny now, is it? Oh my god, bro. Don't tell me this video is undownloadable. Some of these are bugged like that. Maybe let's try Cobalt. Oh. Yeah, some videos are just bugged. I don't really get why. Fuck. Well, let's try the method here. Sometimes getting rid of the government tracker makes it better. What if Anna was a woman? Dude, what if Asgore was a man? What if everybody was a man? Oh my god, I just need this song to download. I don't want to play Snake, I want to edit. I don't want to play Google Steak. Contrary to popular belief. This is the method for hot dog. You gotta circle it around. You gotta bring it around town. Yes. 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 New record on hot dog. Fuck! This is the method on hot dog. Oh. Oh. This is the method on hot dog. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Oh no, I screwed it up anyway. Would've died. New PB. What if Elliot Line was here? Elliot, hi! He's doing it again. He is not. Asmongold kind of just hates everybody, man. He just hates everybody. Do I not have any more? Yeah, YouTube to MP3. Let's see if CNV MP3 works. Okay. That worked immediately. Okay. Sure, boss. Honestly, quite incredible.
This reasoning alone makes it clear why Skylar's hated. Until
he hates he genuinely hates it. Dude, he admitted. I saw a clip of him where he admitted that he's a conservative funnel. Like he's a funnel for people, impressionable people. He didn't outright say it, but impressionable people to watch other people like Nick Fuentes and shit. He admitted it.
Passivity directly stands in the way of Heisenberg's
unless you're a
active development,
cockroach.
by extension,
Yeah,
the main
unless you're
plot of Breaking
unless you're one of the cockroaches in his hair.
This makes her an irritant for many fans. This reasoning alone makes it clear why Skylar's hated. Until you think about
Oh, there's like a weird sound.
reasoning alone makes it clear why Skylar's hated.
No, I can't really cut that out. Unfortunate mouth sound. Can't cut it
Reasoning
out.
alone makes it clear why Skylar's hated. Until you think about Hank Schrader. By all accounts,
That's so loud. I forgot to turn it down.
why Skylar's hated.
Rubes were even trying to download a video.
Until
Music.
you think about Hank Schrader. By all accounts, Hank also gets in the way of Breaking Bad's plot. He is the exact opposite.
Oh, let's turn this shit up. Like, ever so slightly.
Clear why Skylar's hated. Until you think about Hank Schrader. By all accounts, Hank also gets in the way of Breaking Bad's plot. He is the exact opposite role in universe to Heisenberg. DEA agent versus
And now we get something from the pilot. I know I have a clip from the pilot downloaded. I'm pretty confident I do. This is a gift for breakfast. I'm trying to jog my memory. What? What? It just downloaded. Okay, bro. It downloaded from the other website. What if Hank was? What if Hank was a woman? I think the only difference that would be that he wouldn't say bitch anymore. Cannot see this part of the process. Cannot see this part of the process. Hank Joy's won't mistake. Yeah. Amazing stream lag. Buffer of doom. I can't help it, man. Can't help it. No, I've seen this. I've seen the scene that Breaking Bad pilot first Jesse scene. Here we go, let's go this instead. Here we go. No, that's the stupid Crime City. With the stupid Crime City fucking logo. I might have to just, whatever. Let me run away. No word to ground control. Okay, that's the clip I want. Let's go to my old reliable clip downloader. Let's play Google Snake some more. Let's play hot dog mode. Get hot dog going. Get hot dog going. This is a man's mode. This is a man's mode. Fuck. Just consequences of further acceptance. This is a low cortisol stream right now. Fuck. Ooh! High cortisol! Just spiked! Just spiked! Fuck! Fuck! Oh my god. Oh. Like, I could have clutched it actually. Okay, it's still downloading. Downloading a Breaking Bad clip. Just unraveled in the night. Team, let me know if the audio is fine, by the way, if you can hear me, if you can hear the background music. Let a feather know. This is how the fire rises. After every apple collected, you must go into a square formation. That's like that's the gimmick of hot dog. Oh! Man, my mind's looking pretty sinister. This is true. It's coming. It's coming. Sinister Minds gets copyrighted, by the way. I did not know this. But I've tested out in streams and it does. Which is odd. I mean, it makes sense. It's their songs. But like, then there's the whole debate of whether or not Lord X should even count as an IP. But I don't think that matters when it's just the music itself. The music itself is not even associated with Sonic. So I think it's fine. Actually, I low-key know stuff about Sinister Minds. There's not a lot of it here, so I'm just gonna talk about it. There was going to be an album 2. There might still be. And I don't know though. And one of the songs, it would have been Lord X rap battling Sonic, like them having a good old rap battle, rap off. It'd be called Maniac in Disguise. There'd be another song called Cloud9, but I thought Cloud9's the name. I don't know. I don't think Cloud9 was ever like made. So I have a little demo. I did not watch Backwards movie. Did not watch Backwards movie. Oh my god. Why is my old reliable downloader doing so bad? Let's cook. We got a new record last time. Fuck. Need a new song. I'm feeling very, very sinister today. Never mind. It downloaded. It downloaded. There we go. I'm just gonna use that downloader now. Like, some days the one MP4, MP3 downloader works, and some days the other one does. It makes no sense. I'm pretty sure it's episode 1. Here. Yeah, pilot. The fire rises.
just say backwards? No, I did not. I did not say backwards movie. I said backrooms movie. I did not say backwards. Did not happen. Did not happen. Reasoning alone makes it clear why Skylar's hated. Until you think about
Jeez,
Hank
a
Schrader. By all accounts,
Hi, Doodle.
Bro wants a cameo. Bro wants a free shout out.
Hank actually, I need to make you mod, Doodle. I don't know why you're not mod. As moderator. Standard moderator or managing moderator? What does managing? I mean standard? There we go. Also gets in the way of Breaking Bad's plot. He is the exact opposite role in universe to Heisenberg. DEA agent versus drug kingpin. His job is literally to bust criminals like Heisenberg. So why hasn't he received fandom-wide vitriol? Well, Hank is already this macho masculine character. He slots into his role as a traditional man very well. Skylar, on the other well, Hank is already let's get another jump cut. Do a thing with it. God, the pilot is just a gold mine. Versus drug kingpin. His job is. What's that DM me saying you want me to video after someone else did? Bro, I'm joking. I also literally would have had you in one at some point. Cause you've been asking me. Literally to bust criminals like Heisenberg. Bro, I hope there's no Delta in news. I'm done. I'm done talking about newsletter slop. I'm done. I don't care if there's one. I'm done. I'm done.
It's like dollary or money from fucking the Object Show. I don't even remember what it's called.
So why hasn't he received
I'm
fandom-wide
done.
vitriol? Well, Hank is already this
Sure, okay, little boy.
this macho masculine character. He slots into his role.
Okay, pal.
Hank is already this macho masculine. Hank is already this macho masculine character. He slots into his role as a traditional man very
I'm done.
well.
I'm
Skylar, on
done.
the other hand, goes against stereotypical feminine passivity, meaning that she does not and does not want to be slotted. Goes against Skylar on the other.
We're gonna fade in right there. See, now we're in a flow state. We can just reuse clips. Like, this is the clip of her telling Walt to leave. It's kind of perfect.
Skylar, on the other hand, goes against stereotypical feminine passivity, meaning that she
Rubes, when's the first year of being an When's the first? I would rather die.
as a traditional man very well. Skylar, on the other hand, goes
I'd rather
against
die, man.
stereotypical feminine passivity.
Doodle can vouch. I tried watching it with friends. We did. And it was, I mean, it's for babies. That might be a turnoff, but it's for babies.
Meaning that she does not and does not want
everything
to be
everybody
slotted
says is
into her
true.
expected gender norms, paired with her developments later in the show, where she sometimes has to play. Paired with her developments to her expected gender norms, paired.
There's like a little weird cut breath here.
Paired with her.
Hi, Lemon. Hi, buddy.
Skylar, on the other hand, goes against stereotypical feminine passivity, meaning that she does not and does not want to be slotted into her expected gender norms, paired with her developments later in the show, where she sometimes has to play into traditional femininity. This makes Skylar readable as
Oh, let's get Breaking Bad. I don't know what to say. Skylar in Ted's office. I don't know what to call that scene. The audit scene. Audit scene. The audit scene.
It's all over in the shocking TADC finale, bro.
And here again.
let's get a better Breaking Bad audit scene. There is audit. Ted hired me.
It doesn't matter if it's an electronic check or a paper check. Income is income. You're not allowed to not declare it.
Hey, oops. Wait. Time out. We're going to get freaking copyright. We're going to get freaking copyrighted, dude. Mute that. There we go. Entering video URL. Entering video URL. Converting. Downloading. Downloaded. Cool. Imagine if I got copyrighted for the one goddamn clip. That would just be... That would be obscene. That would be just absolutely obscene. What episode is this, though? I need to put it in the description. Season 4, episode 9. Bug. Season 4, episode 9. Stars away, but you can trust for us. Paired with her developments later in the show, where she's what the helly? That's not what I put in. And I need Ted hired me. There we go. There's gonna be gooner comments on this part, bro. I can just smell them. Because people are weird. People are also just pubescent. Can't really. Skylar, on the other hand, goes against
I don't know what to tell you.
feminine passivity, meaning that she does not and does not want to be slotted into her expected gender norms.
Wait, hold on. I need to unmute the oh, it is unmuted. Okay.
Paired with her developments later in the show, where she sometimes has to play into traditional femininity, this makes Skylar readable as disingenuously or improperly feminine to some. And even though Hank or improperly feminine, genuinely or improperly
Charles away and what you can trust for us. And as the beasts are coming,
improperly feminine to some.
they're yearning to meet your eyes. They don't mind.
Improperly feminine. Improperly feminine to some. And even though Hank does reach victimhood by the show's end, since he's always slotted into his to some. And even though Hank does, let's get Hank walking around in Breaking Bad. Hank disabled. I don't wanna see him interrogating a Twitter seeker. I wanna see him Hank paralyzed. I need Marie Temp's Hank. I don't fucking. Here we go. Hank's therapy. No. Oh, therapy. That's what you do. Hank's physical therapy. How do I spell physical wrong? Holy shit. Hank Schrader caught in the act. Fucking minerals. Minerals. Hold on. Gotta mute it. Sorry, fellers. But just peep the sign. Let's make it yellow. Read the sign. Oh, it looks like piss. Speaking of piss, you guys want to see something? Let's send it in. Let's just send it in announcements. Let's just get this going. Why is it not loading? does no one have a good recording of Hank doing his PT? There's no, is it just not on YouTube? Well shit, I'll have to do him getting caught in the act of minerals. What do you mean, man, bro? Bro! Gonna have to find out. Okay, let's download. I have to download this clip. We can unmute now. There we go. Oh, forgive, bro. Bro, Tex sent me it. Tex the one that saw it, bro. What episode is this? What episode is this? Hank watching minerals on.
For Christ's sake, Barry, they're not rocks, they're minerals!
Wait, is this Jesus Marie? They're minerals? Hold on. I need to watch the scene. Papyrus piss attack. Ooh, he said Cheetos, not Fritos, bro. I'm watching a clip and downloading it. I have to be on the BRB because it's going to get copyright claimed. Goodness gracious. What episode does Marie buy Hank Fritos? Let's just see here. Season 4, episode 3, open house. Okay. Open house. I'm writing down credits. Okay. Here we go. You can unmute now. Honestly, quite incredible. Disingenuously or improperly found into some. And even though Hank does reach victimhood by the show's end, since he's always slot into his traditional role as a man just fine, his character was never. I cut out no breaths here, Jesus Lord. Since he's by the show's end, since he's. I got a comment today, because I always read comments. Someone said I sound like I'm on Adderall. It's like, I'm not gonna self-diagnose, but I mean, I don't do anything, I don't take anything, I don't have anything, I'm not diagnosed with anything. But whenever I get comments like that, it's just incredibly funny. It's incredibly fun. It's funny. Funny. The show's end, since he's always slot into his traditional role as a man just fine, his fine. His character. Ooh. You missed the papyrus.
I mean, it was actually Sans. It was actually Sans.
I can play it again. It's in my Discord. It's in my Discord server. Actually. Oh god, there it is. That's just like half the GIF. You gotta join the Discord to see the full. You gotta join the Discord to see the full. The full GIF. By the show's end, since he's always slot into his traditional role as a man just fine, his character was never outwardly against gender norms. I love the title of this clip. Hank Schrader caught in the act. Really found into some. And even though Hank does
Jesus Christ, Marie, they're not rocks. They're minerals.
And even though Hank does reach victimhood improperly found into some. And even though Hank does reach victimhood by the show's end, since he's always properly feminine to some. And even though Hank does reach victimhood by the show's end, since he's always
Minerals. Minerals, minerals. Minerals, don't remix. Minerals. Jesus Christ, man.
properly feminine to some. And even disingenuously or properly feminine to some. And even though Hank does reach victimhood by the show's end,
Why is it slightly too small? I've never had this happen. Because it's only 165. Yeah.
feminine to some. And even though Hank does reach victimhood by the show's end, since he's always slot into his traditional role as a man just fine, his character was never outwardly against gender norms, and thus it didn't strike his slot into his traditional role as a man just fine. His character was never outwardly against gender norms, and thus it didn't strike a chord with viewers. Skylar's character intrinsically represents progressively feminine traits and is outwardly imperfect. Skylar's progressivity blocking Heisenberg's
God, I really hope I don't sound pretentious in this video. I really hope I don't. But that's just like, I like writing, but I've never gotten like all eloquent. I've never gotten all eloquent on the channel before. Not like this here, at least. So I'm hoping no one's like, bro's using big words, even though they're not even that big of words. There's not. But whatever.
And even though Hank does reach victimhood by the show's end, since he's always slot into his traditional role as a man just fine, his character was never outwardly against gender norms, and thus it didn't strike a chord with viewers. Skylar's character
I wonder why. He's embarrassed to be watching Minerals, man. Like they put on fish. They put on like aquarium footage and ocean footage at dentists for a reason, man. It's like, it's great to watch it while you're sick.
and thus it didn't strike a chord with viewers. Skylar's character intrinsically represents progressively norms, and thus it didn't strike a chord with viewers. Skylar's character Skylar's character.
Okay, right there we mark it. Thinking. What do I need to do? Skylar. Oh, I
Skylar's
listen to myself.
character intrinsically represents progressively feminine traits and is outwardly imperfect. Skylar's progressivity, blocking Heisenberg's way, is punished much more harshly than Hank's traditionality, and that issue only arises due to gender norms.
Okay. Do I want to keep reusing the same exact footage I already have, or do I want to? Best of Skylar White. I can't show this. Claire. Season 2, I think I already used Season 2, Episode 1. So I don't gotta put it in again. I don't gotta put it in the credits again. Ooh, maybe I did not. Okay, I must have. Season 2, I did not. Breaking Bad, Season 2, Episode 1. 737. I need to make sure I actually texted my friend. I did. Sometimes I have a bad habit of like just mentally texting people. Okay. Stop. I sadly cannot send LARP void. Can't do it. Let's send another. I hope he won't fart at us.
I'm gonna fart at you. Yeah. VERIZON.
Jesus Christ. This is just terrible. That's just vulgar. That's just vulgar. So this next video is going to be a yap about characters, raising my Alphys and personality. Kinda. It's character analysis. It's like going, cause the fandom used to like really hate Alphys a bunch, and I wanted to do research into like why they do. If it's got something to do with her gender, which I think it absolutely does. After researching for this, and Skylar's gotten a lot of like similar hate, like honestly pretty similar. So the first bit of the video is like comparing Skylar to Alphys.
Has to play into traditional victimhood by the show's end, since he's always slot into his traditional role as a man just fine. His character was never outwardly against gender norms, and thus it didn't strike a chord with viewers. Skylar's character intrinsically represents against gender norms, and thus it didn't strike a chord with viewers. Skylar's character intrinsically represents progressively feminine traits.
What the?
What the, Daddy?
Oh, because I cut it. Why did I cut it?
Skylar's character intrinsically represents progressively feminine traits, and
Because I cut the wrong clip. Silly me.
Skylar's character intrinsically represents
Should've been.
progressively feminine traits and is outwardly imperfect. Skylar's progressivity, blocking Heisenberg's way, is punished much more harshly than Hank's traditionality, and that issue only arises due to gender norms, since that's where the passive-active spectrum comes from to begin with. Thus, Skylar's gender is a primary catalyst for fans hating her character.
I don't want to put my stupid dumb PNG tuber at parts like this, cause I hate just slapping it. I only put it on things when I'm not talking like super serious. This is character analysis. I can't just slap it on. I mean, I could, but I don't like doing that. I use it sparingly-ish. Depends on the subject.
Viewers. Skylar's character intrinsically represents progressively feminine traits and is outwardly imperfect. Skylar's progressivity, blocking Heisenberg's way, is
Brother. Verizon. Oh my god, Verizon, bro. Bro, Verizon. Oh my god. We almost just died.
Skylar's character intrinsically represents progressively feminine traits and is outwardly imperfect. Skylar's progressivity, blocking Heisenberg's way, is punished much more harshly than Hank's traditionality, and that issue only arises due to gender norms, since that
Let's make that like zoom in. Nah.
is punished much more harshly
Never mind.
than Hank's traditionality, and that issue only arises due to gender norms, since that's where the passive-active spectrum comes from to begin with. Thus, Skylar's gender is
Since that's where the passive active spectrum comes from. Let's get that final scene. Breaking Bad, final Walter, Skylar. See, I'm pretty confident it's in Felina. Yeah, 5/16 is Felina. Episode 16. My baby blue. Walter gives Skylar the coordinates. I'm watching the scene.
for me. I liked it. I was good at it. Okay, we can unmute now. I just kind of I want to watch the whole scene. It's so freaking good. Such an insanely good scene. It's Pinema. Do we know what Pinema means? It is peak plus cinema. Now, put this with analysis like I'm doing. My video is Pinema, peak cinema analysis. Put it with ball plus sendy, ball send. Okay. Like ball knowledge, sendy, ball send. Put it all together. This video is ball send Pedimus. Not quiche, because it's not niche. Quiche is quirky and niche. It's not niche. It's not niche, unfortunately. So it's just ball send Pedimus. Honestly, I could just title this video I'm making ball send Pedimus about Alphys, and it would be perfectly fine. That's what it is. I saw someone on Twitter say they want to spike Alphys drinking Deltarune because like, what the fuck, bro? What the fuck, bro? What is your Twitter, bro? What the heliante? What in the world? Presents progressively feminine traits and is. This video might be more important than I thought. Jesus. Outwardly imperfect. Skylar's progressivity, blocking Heisenberg's way, is punished much more harshly than Hank's traditionality, and that issue only arises due to gender norms, since that's where the This is such a good shot for the passive active spectrum. Holy shit, I cooked. Pinema. Rises due to gender Pinema. Norms, since that's where the passive active spectrum. This is how you spell ball send Penimus. This is how you spell quiche Penimus. This is how you spell Pinema. My favorite's ball send Penimus. Ball sendy. Peak cinema. And that issue only arises due to gender norms, since that's where the passive active spectrum comes from to begin with. Thus, Skylar's gender is a primary catalyst for fans hating her character. Her progressive femininity is unavoidable, and that is key. Things are a primary catalyst for fans hating her character. Her progressive femininity is Pinema looks like it's something to do with enemas. It does. It does. Damn, it's hotter than a lava enema. Sweating and panting like an overworked grandpa. Progressive femininity is unavoidable. It chars away what you can trust. Unavoidable. Because this is like the big point that I'm trying to make, so it's gotta be. Unavoidable. And that is unavoidable. Honestly, it might make it bigger. Unavoidable. Then we're gonna get the Undertale sound effect, like the symbol, the Sound like a transformer. Oh! That's an Angry Birds transformer. That's Bumblebee. Chuck as Bumblebee.
Whoa!
Aggressive femininity is unavoidable, and that is key. Things are starting to sound a maybe just make it like longer. I can't lie. Unavoidable, and that is key. Things are starting to sound a bit more. Now we get footage of Alphys's phone call again, which is in Born Losers Classic. Let's Play Undertale Blind episode 8. Wow, wee, whoa. I need to play one of the PVZ mods, but I just kind of have it. Oh no, it's wrong episodes. It's episode 10. Born Losers. It's gotta be this one. Yeah, Hoives. Dude, this clip is actually like perfect. It's not, it's a decently old clip, but they're like, oh, I'll be right back for a second. Give me a second, give me a second. You see like an anonymous tip about a human in a striped shirt. Tyler's character intrinsically represented is unavoidable, and that is key. Things are starting to sound a bit more familiar now, aren't they? One of the most hated or familiar now, aren't they? Spectrum comes from to begin with. Thus, I need to edit my Shabunka collab too, but I kind of want to get this done first. I can't lie to you. I told Shabunka I'd have it in early this week, but there's no deadline. The deadline's already just Chapter 5 itself, which is honestly, I think Chapter 5 is gonna come out in the fall. I see some people saying it's gonna come out on Father's Day. No, it's fucking not. Tyler's gender is a primary catalyst for fans hating her character. Her progressive femininity. Honestly, I am like really against Deltarune coming out on holidays, even Christmas. That might sound silly, but hear me out. I don't want to be spoiled on the game by people who just, whether by choice or unfortunately not by choice, don't spend time with their families on the holidays. Because I'm usually busy during the holidays. I don't want to get spoiled by people who aren't. Identity is unavoidable, and that is key. Things are starting to sound a bit more familiar now, aren't they? One of the most hated things. Today is Deltarune, tomorrow Horsley. That's true. Key. No, that's things true. Are starting to sound. Chars away. Things are. That is key. For us. Things are starting to sound a bit. Things are starting to sound a bit more familiar now. That line, Loki, sounds annoying. Things are starting to sound a bit. I think I like took a breath there. What the hell? Wait a minute, how long is that video? It's 26 minutes, 26 minutes. It's not 40 minutes, that's just because I had to move the clips. It's 26 minutes. 26 minutes is like average for me. I'm fine with that.
Things are starting to sound a bit more familiar now, aren't they? One of the are starting to sound a bit more familiar now, aren't they? One of the most hated things about Alphys was how much.
That was being a bro. See, this is gonna be a good. This might bang because nobody gets the title, so that a lot of people have been like freaking. A lot of people have been like, unskippable title. It's a character analysis. It's I should just put it in the description at this point. It's because the fandom used to like really hate her so much. I want to see if they hated her because of her gender. Spoiler alert, they probably did. The whole thing's not hypothetical. The whole thing is proving that they probably disliked her in mass because of misogyny, inherent misogyny. A little bit. And it's just character analysis. It's not that crazy, but I've been wanting to do character analysis. It's my favorite type of thing to watch.
Things are starting to sound a bit more familiar now, aren't they? One of the most hated things about Alphys was how much screen time she was given. Like in hated things about Alphys.
I took breaths in the middle of my sentences, bro. I was like tweaking doing this.
Her progressive femininity is unavoidable, and that is key. Things are starting to sound a bit more familiar now, aren't they? One of the most hated things about Alphys was how much screen time she was given. Like in Hotland with your phones pushed notifications. Given.
So we're kind of barreling through. We're cooking with fire right now. Things I hate about Alphys, she always texts every single moment. I mean, from a gameplay, yeah. But I think people exaggerated it back in the day. Because the humble Z and X combo fixes the issue.
One of the most hated things about Alphys was how much screen time she was. Hated things about Alphys was how much screen time she was given. Like in Hotland with your phone's push notifications. And Alphys isn't traditionally feminine to boot. Even if she doesn't have some dominant agent juxtaposing her, she's still far outside the norm. And she isn't passive either, far from it. Exploration of the deepest parts of her. And Alphys isn't traditionally feminine to boot. Even if she has your phone's push notifications. And Alphys isn't traditionally feminine to boot.
Let's just have this shit move. That'll count as that'll count as on-screen movement.
Your phone's push notifications. And Alphys isn't traditionally feminine to boot. Even if she doesn't have some dominant agent juxtaposing her, she's still far outside the norm.
Think. Think. What scene do I use to show Alphys being outside gender norms? I mean, could just be her nerding out about like anything, honestly. Let's get Born Losers Classic Part 8, because this is when Metal Crusher, this is when the Metaton quiz happens. This is when she nerds out about shit.
Agent juxtaposing her, she's still far out. Now, aren't they? One of the most hated things about Alphys was how much screen time she was given. Like in Hotland with your phone's push notifications. And
Pronouns? Dude. Dude. Woke. Woke mind virus. Woke mind virus. Actually, I'm not gonna call him as we're live. And he's got his wisdom teeth pulled. He probably doesn't want to have his voice on live. He just doesn't have some dominant agent juxtaposition. Meantime, she was just spite me. It's given, like in Hotland with your phone's push notifications. And Alphys isn't traditionally feminine to boot, even if she doesn't have some dominant. Even if she doesn't have some dominant. Wrong cuts. There we go.
Me when I go to the deli. Wrong cut.
Feminine to boot. Even if she doesn't have some dominant agent juxtaposing her, she's still far out. Wait, where the hell's the until the lights unraveled in the night, This isn't traditionally feminine to boot. Even if she doesn't have some dominant agent juxtaposing her, she's still far. Let's change how it looks a tad. Am I too little to Alphys if I say notifications were not as bad as people make it out to be? From lore perspective, she didn't even know they were on. She didn't know first could see them. From gameplay perspective, it's supposed to be annoying, which means how long. Yeah, honestly, I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that bad. It's not hard to skip dialogue in the game. Unlike repeats, you just CX, 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 CX. Feminine to boot. Even if she doesn't have some dominant agent juxtaposing her, she's still far outside the norm. And she isn't passive either. Far from it. Exploration of the deepest part. Okay, did I use TrueLab? Yes, I did. Dude, we're in a niche flow state. We're in a, not just niche, quiche flow state. Watch this. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Go to school, y'all. Quirky plus niche equals quiche. We're in a quiche. Charlie Kirk, please. Charlie Kirk, Charlie, bro. Charlie. Charlie, please. Oh God, Charlie Kirk. Okay, I think it's back. Oh my God, Charlie. Never mind. No more joking about Charlie Kirk. He's haunting my computer. No more. So sorry, Charlie. Jesus Christ. You know, this is our first Pride Month without Charlie Kirk on this planet, and a little far outside the norm, and she isn't passive either. Far from it. Exploration of the deep. Exploration of the deepest parts of her character. Juxtaposing her, she's still far outside the norm, and she isn't passive either. Far from it. Exploration of the deepest parts of her character is mandatory for the true pacifist ending, and that comes from her actually making amends with herself on screen. Something that making amends from her actually making pacifist ending, and so much breathing, I didn't cut out. Ending. And that comes from her actually making amends with herself on screen. Something that many women aren't given the chance to do in media. And to top it all off, she's bi! And there's also no way around her bisexuality in the true pacifist ending. So this all puts Alphys in a very similar position to... Okay. Hold on, let me do my hourly check of my DMs. Charlie Kirky is killing my